David Blanchflower, Wales, your Wales, voted 52.5% to leave the European experiment. Would they do the same today?
Well, hopefully not. Wales is the one part of the UK that really hugely benefits from its membership of the European Union. So if regret has any part to play in all of this, they presumably should change their minds. But I thought your commentator did a really good job of explaining the complete confusion. I thought he did it really well, and by the end, you're more confused than you were at the beginning. Nobody could have done it better. We will see what happens. And the thing he didn't say was if you give some special deal for Northern Ireland, Wales now may want that deal.
Exactly.
Scotland probably will want that deal. So that's a third thing. If you have a separate deal for Northern Ireland,
right.
It's going to be more and more confusing. But I thought your commentator was fantastic. Well, I had no idea by the end what was going on.
Good. Buy his book and make sure everybody up at Dartmouth College buys Rob Hutton's book. Professor Blanchflower, well, Professor Blanchflower, within this, and you as a liberal voice, explain to conservatives what happens right now the day Brexit goes into effect.
Oh, goodness me. I think the way you said that, that sounds like a cliff edge. I think that's not what's going to happen. We're going to see a slow and gradual kind of move towards it. I think it would be very disastrous to have a cliff edge. The uncertainty would be huge. It seems to me that the negotiations have effectively killed off economic growth in the UK. And likely to do so going forward. The data on inward coming investment is really very bad. We've had a 0.1 in the first quarter. NISA is forecasting 0.2 for the second quarter. So I think if a hard Brexit was to come, that would be completely disastrous. But I think the markets are going to drive this thing, and it's going to go for a really long time, and it'll be fudge Brexit, not a cliff edge Brexit, right. It seems to me.
But Danny, good morning to you from London. It's Francine. We were here before, right before the Brexit. Hello, right before the Brexit vote. A lot of people are saying this was cliff edge, this would be a disaster, and we haven't seen that. So actually, if I don't know what the different scenarios are. We've seen a slowing, but not the disaster scenarios that a lot of people were saying.
Right. Well, I didn't think that. It was part of the politics of the debate. We clearly have seen an economy slowing. If you look, probably before the Brexit vote, the UK was the best, well, probably the best performing country in Europe, certainly. It now looks like the sick man of Europe. So, yes, it hasn't been a cliff edge disaster, but its performance has weakened markedly. The central bank stepped in rightly, I think, and countered some of the great weakness at the time. But the uncertainty of what's coming, what we just listened to, how can firms possibly know where to place their investment in this? It's basically anarchy going on in the Houses of Parliament in Westminster. So that, I think, looking forward, is the problem. At least if you know what's coming, then you can plan for it. How could any firm plan for what's coming?